Hello, I'm Ryan F9 and these are my favorite cruiser jackets. In my experience, cruiser culture has been split in two. On the one side, there's the older school of leather jackets, chaps, and rivets. But there's also a newer style that doesn't want to look like motorcycle gear at all. Think Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy, hoodies, jeans, sneakers, that kind of thing. On the classic side, it's hard to beat River Road's Drifter. And I took delivery of this thing this week, but it already looks 50 years old because they did a brilliant job of distressing the leather on it. Of course, it's going to last another 50 years because it's heirloom quality, 100% leather, and I'm not sure exactly how thick it is, but it must be up around 1.2 millimeters because this thing is heavy and you cannot get more cow for 330 bucks. Now, features. We have two hand pockets here and here, and then we have two chest pockets on the top as well. Going up here, we have the shoulder vents on either side, zippered as well. And if we flip it around, here we have the big exhaust ports vertically on the rear. And then looking at the cuff, these are double zippered with perforated gussets that can act as a vent as well. And I think that's pretty clever from a classic leather jacket. On the inside, we get a stash pocket here, a device pouch, and a cargo pouch on the other side. And the device pouch here is not going to be fully waterproof, but unless I ride into a lake, I don't really worry about water seeping that deep into my jacket. The thermal liner, of course, is going to zip right out, and I love this. Check this out. The pouches, the cargo one and the device one, are mirrored on the body of the jacket itself. So whether you're riding in the hot weather or in the cold weather, you get the exact same storage scheme. Now, I have two small problems with the Drifter jacket and one big one. The minor issues are this embossed motorcycle on the top button, which looks pretty hokey to me. And the smell. I mean, this jacket smells like a farm. It's bound to wear off within the first few weeks, but for now, this is more cowboy than cruiser. So that's the two minor issues, and the major one is the fit. River Road is very American in their sizing, and for a scrawny guy like me, it just doesn't work. I have a 39-inch chest, but I had to go with the 42 to get the length I need. And the result is that I have a lot more material than I want around the arms, and it boxes me out quite a bit on the torso. I really wish I was a bit shorter and stockier though, because the Drifter is my favorite leather jacket and the price is incredible. Now, the Drifter's leather would be good in a slide, but there's no armoring whatsoever, nor armor pockets where I could add some. So if I'm gonna push myself in the corners, then I'm gonna take a sportier fitting jacket with some decent hardware. Joe Rocket's V-Sport is probably my first choice for that. I mean, sporty V-twins are this thing's bread and butter. Yamaha Bolts, Harley Dynasports, that kind of thing. It looks like a cruiser jacket, but it has a sport bike fit. Now it's cut slim, which is going to minimize friction in a slide and also hold the armor paneling tight to the right places. The articulation is designed to be in that semi-tuck riding position. Now I have a 39-inch chest, which would put me in a small, but I went with the medium because I have a 33-inch sleeve and I need the medium to get that kind of length. I think it fits all right. It's definitely a little bit short on my waist, but for a 6'3" guy like me, that's pretty much par for the course, and there are belt loops in here to keep this jacket flush with my riding pants. The armoring is all solid. CE approved pads on the elbows and the shoulders, and then if we look inside, there's this dual density spine protector that you can see on the back end there. Now this is foam, but it is the good kind of foam. It's softer on the outside and harder on the inside for progressive impact absorption. It's good stuff. My only complaint with it is that it tends to degrade as it bends and moves with your body over time, so a few years down the road I'll probably end up replacing that. For sliding protection, we get 1 to 1.1 millimeter leather on the entire front, arms, the back of the shoulders, and the tailbone. Just this middle back panel here is Rocktex 600. I was kind of sad to see how that played out actually. The materials are great, but they're in the wrong places. I mean, for 400 bucks, I don't care that the whole jacket isn't leather, but give me more Rocktex here on the underside of the arm, maybe the front of the chest, low risk areas like that, and save the leather for this back panel because if I'm sliding anywhere, it's going to be here. Everything else is just arithmetic. Two lower hand pockets, one chest pocket. We have two bicep vents zippered as well. On the waist, we have adjusters with Velcro. On the cuff, we have adjusters with the zipper there. On the back, we have two big exhaust vents vertically, also zippered, and then moving inside, we have the removable thermal liner, we have one cargo pocket, and we have one stash pocket. Now, I'm gonna move away from the classic cruiser jackets and towards a newer style. If I wanna look like I'm in street clothes, then Icon's 1000 Basehawk jacket is my first choice. This is probably the most comfortable armored jacket I've ever worn. It looks like a hoodie, it feels like a hoodie. And you definitely wouldn't know that there was a full suit of D3O armor in here, but the wild thing is, I probably wouldn't know it either. This medium fits me just right, but it's definitely meant for slimmer bodies like mine. If you build with weightlifting or beer drinking, there might not be enough room for you in the shoulders and the arms of this guy. The soft shell textile is certainly comfortable and it adds to that casual hoodie look. It's also going to be breathable and water resistant, but I'm very skeptical of the abrasion resistance on this main body material. Icon at least has remedied the problem in the high impact areas. We get leather on the pointy bits, and then we get ballistic nylon on the bicep and on the lower forearm. Let's play the counting game with pockets. So we have 2 tummy pockets, we have 2 chest pockets that double as vents. There's 2 shoulder pockets, which again are probably better for airflow, because I don't know about you, but it's really uncomfortable for me to store objects up on my shoulders. And then there's 2 big underarm vents to close off the exterior. On the inside, it's a typical Icon scheme. 2 big cargo pockets here and then on the other side. And then we get a device pocket with a loop for your headphones to go through. And then we have these lower little pouches that Icon puts into every jacket and never really bothers to explain what they're for. A couple of things I don't like. This name tag is useless because I haven't needed to label my jacket since the 3rd grade. And then on the outside, I would really love to have a way to remove the hood and maybe open up a couple vents on the back as well, especially with a blacked out jacket that I'm going to want to use in the heat of summer. I'm also not in love with the price. $350 is a lot for a textile jacket that doesn't even have a thermal liner inside. But I think Icon knows that they've got us trapped, because if you want to look like you're riding your cruiser in street clothes, it just doesn't get any better than this. Or does it? There certainly isn't a better motorcycling hoodie, but if I want something that disguises itself as working attire, I'll go with the River Road Laughlin. It looks and feels just like a Carhartt jacket, if you know what that is. And it hangs really casual and isn't quite as boxy as the other River Roads for some reason. This is a medium, and with the adjusters cinched up around my waist and around the cuffs, I think it fits perfect. The body is a nylon and polyester blend, which is specially treated for water resistance. No, it's not going to be fully waterproof, but it is the best out of all my top picks in the rain, and it's also the best out of all my top picks in cold weather. I found the pocketing and venting system to be pretty much equal to the others. 2 hand pockets here at the bottom. We have 2 chest pockets that are actually going to snap open. We have above that 2 vents that'll double as pockets. On the back there are 2 big rear exhaust slits. I was kind of disappointed to find that there wasn't exhaust slits as well underneath the arm, but at the same time I was pleasantly surprised to find that they thought to include the snaps to snap down the collar, keep it from flapping around in the wind. We get a full suite of protection with CE approved elbows and shoulders, and then in here underneath the thermal liner there's an EVA foam back pad. In my opinion, EVA's right up there with viscoelastic armors like D3O. It's very comfortable, it doesn't crack or degrade as quickly as other foams, and it has much better impact absorption as other foams as well. Moving inside, we get the same storage scheme as the Drifter we saw earlier. Stash pocket, and then we have a device pocket, and on the other side we get a cargo pocket that's actually going to be mirrored on the liner underneath, so whether you have it in or out, you got the same storage scheme. The liner itself has this plasticized backing. That's the main difference from the Drifter, and that's why the Laughlin here is going to be way better in terms of windproofing and waterproofing. So that's it for my favorite cruiser jackets. If I want old school leather, give me the Drifter for cruising, and the V-Sport for cruising quickly. If I want new age street style, I'll take the Basehawk to look like a hoodlum, and the Laughlin to look like a working man. And if I want to rock one jacket from March to October, I'll take the Laughlin again. As always, product links are right down there, and thank you guys very much for watching.